Peoples. Outside, man. Y'all got to get outside and enjoy the weather whenever you get some sun. I got a lot of things trying to keep me from, doing this live, man. Calls and cutoffs and all this stuff that's happening. I don't know what's going on in the world, but that's what's happening. You don't want to take forever. You have to be forced tuning again. You get into the. You don't want to take forever. You have to be forced tuning again. You get into the upper rooms or you transition. You already got Drew just waiting on your ass, man. Most High is giving you the key, the blueprint to bypass these motherfuckers. Because that's what they say. They want to. That's why they fear. They put murder and fear of death in your face, man. Because if you ain't did the work enough in the light body in your face, man. Because if you ain't did the work enough in the light body in the flesh, then they know you're gonna be on one of these resurrections of the first and the earth. See how they stop it? When you got false gods playing big eye and want to rule your little asses, that slows up your ascension process. That's what happens. So when a motherfucker like me come in and start talking, they know, like, oh shit, how can he talk about some shit like that? They supposed to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, how to get swole and fuck these hoes, nigga. These hoes, listen to these flows, nigga, and then drop these flows, nigga. You can do all that, you know what I mean? If you want to, you can spiral any way you want to spiral. You can go down or up, either way it go. If you don't like nightmares, then I say you need to go ahead and start building your light body up today, because that's just a preview of where the hell your ass coming from. Grayson, what's happening? Hi, peace. Yeah, the dream world is basically the spirit world, G. However strong you is in the flesh or in the spirit was going to determine where you can fly to and communicate in a mode of travel in the spirit realms. Hence, you'll be able to move around your light body pretty good. So Most High is giving you the blueprint right now to do it. So you're eating your fruits, berries, and your melons and juicing your foods and stuff like that and detoxing daily, because every fruit has some type of detoxing agent in it or something that'll help you detox to remove all the, weak and wicked bacterial that's further clouding your mind and your judgment and allowing for parasites to come in through foods that you eat that may not be right and exact. Because these people's playing God in your life now. They getting the foods up out the ground. That's not even out the ground no more. These motherfuckers is in laboratories and shit giving you food. Also, they've also growing your weed for you too now. They got motherfucking slick ass white boys and man, them black kids, I don't care about to say it like that though. Growing your weed for you too, playing with the terpenes and all that shit, taking shit out and dropping the gay bomb in your weed now. Make you want to have sex even more, fucking with your kundalini, man. So you're the serpent, man. It's a lot of shit you got to really put down, because once you leave shit alone, what they going to do now? They only market to what you going to buy. It's business, man. The soul and the spirit is big business, baby. That's why you got churches on every corner and shit. Like, man, this motherfucker don't know what the hell he doing. Let's go ahead and get some money from these motherfuckers. Just give me your money at least, goddammit. You got big-ass cathedrals that's getting thousands of dollars. They holding sermons like 3 times a day, nigga. 10,000 3 times a day. God damn, you getting $30,000 a day. You greedy motherfucker. So this is why, the noble game has to come into play right now. You got to be at your noble point. It says, yo, let's see. Grayson, I liked and I subscribed. Peace. Appreciate it. Thank you. And so, yeah, your spirit game is pretty much the most important thing to build up after you get used to your flesh game, the corporeal game, your corporeal life. That's where you get the low vibratorial, like, yeah, go do that. It's bad, It's fun and thrillful, and if you continue to stay on that and feed that within you, then guess what? You're gonna continue to go with that one into your light realm. Everybody has to transition. Nobody's not really talking about that, This is dealing with the false prophets. They're gonna cut me off when I start talking about these mugs, and we're back into the game of how these false prophets were able to come into Amaru to market niggas' souls and spirits to get them to worship their false gods. And these spirits was aided to help them, but Most High's hands over Amaru is so deep that, and over his people, and it's inside them, his people so deep that they really don't give it up like that too tough. But nowadays, it seems like it ain't no hope, but it is. Because now you look at it's always been the Most High has always been around anyways. It's just with the whole making America great again. It's just the whole science of, hey, Mugs is trying to vote everybody into having their own things now. It was they just had a cool little neighborhood to go to, maybe, to sit back and probably go to sleep at night, and they had to worry about no low vibratorial nigga that didn't have nothing come into their neighborhood to, steal and kill and all that stuff, try to take from them, because they're breaking the code, because they got an enemy that's on them that just hate them for nothing type shit. And that goes back to, the whole little, it was a plotted scheme to get the niggas lands, the promised land. It was already promised to the nigga, but they want to take it from them. And they know no matter what, Most High is already going to jump into play. But however, they want to see it. Whoever it touches, it's for you, all right? So refinement is the key in this game right now. Not being in their world as far as like having sex. You go to work and shit like that. If you're a nigga or, whoever you are that's against the system, the way it's running, because there's elite niggas, that's the Moors, that done trying to take your land. They're teamed up with a whole bunch of other nationalities as well, and they're kind of sick and tired of the shit now. They see the nigga in America as like, he's not like you. You niggas was evil towards these muds, towards us. That's what they're starting to figure it out. They're like, man, and as people start to worship niggas, and it's like niggas in America, and niggas is like, yo, we're from the Most High, worship the Most High. It's an off spirit. It doesn't have an image. When you go over to America, you found out that, hey, they worship the off spirit. It just wasn't just the northern natives that you see. We already been living and coexisting with each other for thousands of years already. We already had cities like Detroit, Chicago, and all that. That was all out. These people came over to America. I'm talking about the Moors and the Caucasians, after that Great World War that happened in 1200 AD from Genghis Khan, who wanted to take over the Khan, Amaru Khan, the land of the kings, the priest kings. All of us was on some old semi retention shit. The priest queen, the priestess, you know what I'm saying? We was already on that. We already had the nuns. They stole all our shit, G. That was us, man. We already knew that there's natural people that were born seeing the higher vibratorial things in life, So look at that. All right, so we're back over here. I had to look over here. Thuggy Doves in the place to be. We got Swoop down there. I call him the Emperor Cardinal, but that's the red-crested cardinal. There's cardinals out here. See, when they say you see a cardinal, that's like the spirit of, the father around. Depending on what kind of father we're talking about. All right, so yeah, so we're just gonna continue on with this whole little, Moors, basically just hoping that we'll still be asleep and dumb, and that we'll give up our land and shit, and that we'll claim to be one of them and give our land up, put on that you're just like a Moor of the MOOR, and not the MUUR, the native Moor. Like, yo, you're actually blood and spirit and shit. You're descended from the mound builders, Mississippi, the oldest culture in the world, basically, and that's what they don't want you to know. A lot of motherfucking niggas came from Mississippi and shit, but a lot of niggas came from Mississippi generations ago, and they branched out from it. So that's another thing they don't want you to know either. That's why Mississippi got it the roughest in so-called POW or slave times. They got it the roughest. You see all the pictures and shit. They wanted to make sure they break Mississippi because those forests were magical. They got portals and shit up in them forests, and this is why they wanted to, disconnect you from the creator, hanging the trees and all that shit like that. That was in Mississippi. A lot of that was everywhere. There's a lot of places down the south, but the tree connection, it was to make you hate the trees, hate the fruits that comes off of them. They chopped our fruit trees down and everything. They did a lot of things, But anyways, though, when they was finally sent over the Moors, and I'm not talking like bad. I mean, the Caucasian, they were going to be responsible for it too, but the Moors, they're the ones that sent these beings over. And but everybody's starting to see that the Naga is like a really peaceful being, but at the same time, they treat him like, he ain't shit to you, then he ain't shit to me then either. And so you got this whole little thing like, damn, they hold up this little front, this little mask and shit, like, oh man, but really inside, they're like, man, I really like this, man. I mean, damn, I really like him, That's where it's like, yo, man, shit got to get back to being regular because niggas are creator. The natural power, what you see, how people bow kind of like to the Caucasian in the world, where if it's like even if he's a bum and shit, they'll treat him like he's part of the millionaire family and shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably could be, but I'm just saying that they'll do that, you know? And it's based on money. And money, we began to look bad at money, but money is a choice to be made. It's not to be hard to be made. It's supposed to be like a choice. Not supposed to be somebody sitting down in the classroom teaching you how to make some money. You know what I mean? Money is a choiceful thing to do. You can be able to go outside on the street and make some money. Now, if it's made for you to be able to make it hard for you to make some money, that's a different thing. You know, because that means you got somebody going against you making money to be able to actually get the jewels that you need in life, which is naturally abundant, which is food, clothing, and shelter. You know, and that should be naturally given to everyone. But however, they make it an actual hell for you to go through by giving your time, energy, and effort just to be in their world, to keep it moving and running, instead of just establishing the creator's world and we all, you know, dealing in equality with one another, using knowledge to deal in equality to show and prove the God and goddesses that's within us. They wanted to suppress that, you know, and that's when they put all this shit into your food. But anyhow, though, for the Moors to send the false prophets, because you see the title, they send the false prophets over to you. They want to make sure that you forgot who you were naturally and disconnect you from the land and make sure that you was from Mecca on the other side of the world. They wanted to make you look like you was from the east over there, and you was from the real east. The real east is Amaru, and it goes all the way out here to the Pacific. You know, they're known as the Samoans. They're known as the Fijians. They're known as, you know, the Tongans. These are very spiritual people, and their stories go all the way back to the creator, G. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even know nothing but them and the creator. And that just shows and prove. It's not like no barbaric type of shit. They're just at the stage of where they're about to start farming, like a lot though, you know, more than just getting fish like in the water and shit, you know. But they're gonna start farming the foods and eating fish also, but fish is a big part of their diet. But on our land, we was eating fruits, berries, and melons, G. We had a whole bunch of fruit trees, you know, we had fish ponds, we ate things at certain times of the year. And that was very important for our survival. We lived 100 years or more or better. You still go to Mississippi and see right now that there's a mud day on the porch just sitting there, a whole bunch of them, just 100 plus on the porch sitting back watching the kids. But it's a little dangerous, a little bit more. Hold on, wait. Got this thing in the way. It's a little bit more dangerous than it was, but no matter who you talk to that's old, you're going to feel like you came up in their era anyways, because they make you feel that way when you sit next to them. And this is what we've been lacking in this day and age, because they've been trying to, like, you know, they're causing us to use our cluster B personality disorder against one another, you know, the fight or flight response against one another when we don't really like each other and shit. When we really love each other, but we won't like each other, and we'll idolize and divide and discard. We took on the gaslighting and projecting culture of the ones who came in and invaded, who became the straw man of the Moors. Now they were aided and assisted by spiritual angels and shit, G. So yeah, so one man tried, what's happening? See what? First of all, peace for coming into the whoop. It says, why is it that they act like they need red meat? And that's crazy-ish when they have the same teeth as us, made for eating fruits, right? And that's something. But it's like their being seems like it needs to have some type of animal in it, you know? It's crazy. All our teeth will grow molars or wisdom teeth or extra set if we be eating, you know, meat more so. If your molars to start growing or your wisdom teeth. But if you just been eating meat your whole life, you're gonna most likely grow some wisdom teeth, and you're gonna think it's a part of life. Like, yo, I got my wisdom teeth in. I need to take them out now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a part of life and shit. But it's like, nah, that's just your body's way of, like, you know, developing an extra set of glands, of saliva glands, so you can be able to digest this goddamn on meat that you just started to eat now. And digestion starts in the mouth, and that's what they don't want to let you know and shit, you know. So if a meat ain't really fully tenderized like steak, then it's gonna be hard for you to even bite it down, to even swallow it. You ever ate a piece of steak before, if you was a child or something, and that mug wasn't tenderized enough, and you're like, man, this motherfucker, I can't even get this bitch to break down. Because, P, you know, you're really not supposed to do that. Now all them parasites get inside of us and shit, we thinking that we okay, and we're really not. We really possess This is a part of this is war. This is tactics of war. And the Moors, we know that they're Islamic. They know that swine and meat and all that shit can damage the brains of it, especially the chosen ones, because they're gonna, whoever's invading whoever's land, they know that that land is good enough to invade, and that the people who's have it is basically treating it good. It's not like, oh, this man's treating this land bad, let's go take that shit from his ass. It's like, no, these motherfuckers is thriving. They actually communing as one. They eating the same. All of these motherfuckers is on point eating the same, and ain't even no crime going on. They just may have to sit down with themselves. Ain't no poverty like that unless they put themselves in poverty in the mind, where it's like they just struggling with their own personality disorder within their own self and shit. And that's going to be normal. You can't really move that. Every man has to have that experience, have to experience life, as far as like dealing with their mental. And so you're able to, the good thing about it is you're able to cure it and get over on it. But yeah, that red meat, that was bad for us. We know that, Caucasians, they was the one that ate it, and a lot, and it was a lot for them. They were, it seemed like if they don't eat it, if they're really passive aggressive if they vegans and shit, it's like, man, y'all should probably be a little bit more meaner or something, what I'm saying? When they go crazy if they don't get no meat, and they're like, they'll question your ass, tell you what you should and should not be. That's not vegan, sir. Like, they just made the rules up. Like, motherfucker, do you understand how many years we know what's good, what ain't? We don't give a fuck. We know how the body is, man. We'll eat some fried food every now and again, any goddamn way. We'll do whatever. It's just a part of our life, G. We know that minerals is what matters and what counts. If you get the minerals in you, then eating is like a backup plan and shit. That's why you got a small ass stomach. It shows with your digestive tract. If you got, if it's built like a carnivorous, or if it's built like a herbivorous, or if it's built like a frugivorous. That's just plain and simple. We're gonna sum it up just like that. You have an elite birth tract. I mean, not birth tract, but digestive tract. And so, and just like a woman too, she has her birth canal is unique too. But yeah, it's just, everything is meant for a certain thing, and that's why we have to learn how to eat the certain foods, especially for spirituality. We're not gonna just go ahead and eat some old food. We thinking that it's vegan. We at a restaurant where an Indian restaurant or Hindustan restaurant, and we're eating vegan food, and it's cooked. And it tastes good as hell though. It do taste good, but we're eating it. And we're thinking that we're getting healthy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it tastes good to the mouth, but in the stomach, it's got to go through all type of shit. It has to go through everything, break down all these proteins to get them to turn into BCAAs so your body can use them in different forms to build a muscle and to help build the cells, and all these different things got to go down. And it's like, damn, it's just slowing up your ascension, your spiritual ascension process. And it's like you can only eat those foods every now and again, like, once a week type shit. Well, you just like, yeah, I'm good, on the rest day or something. That's why Most High gave you a rest day. You'll be, if you worked around the four sacred days of the moon, things will start lining up, with your emotions, your spiritual nature, all these things. These false gods won't even be able to get to you. They won't even be able to set up in your hood. It's like, nah, because they used to could do it because they had the sword to back them up, but now they're just relying on your mental. There's sometimes they can use that sword, but they're relying on the mental too. They're making sure whenever they send somebody to you that you ain't got no back and you can't say shit. Because we had information in the cloud and shit, which were, you see the cloud now, SoundCloud and shit there, you can store information in the cloud. Well, we had that wireless information. Yeah, Tesla's already said you can communicate around the world. That's because he already done tapped in. They seen the scrolls, the books, and they tapped into the cloud and get the information. Like, oh shit, this is what's been going on. This is how this is how they've been able to communicate all over the world with themselves. Most High done blessed us with the communication with our angels and ancestors, how it's supposed to be, continuously as you grow and get off of the earth plane. You're naturally an Etherian. Your hair is different than everybody. Niggas' hair is different than everybody on earth. Everybody will come up to your hair and ask, can I touch it? Everybody that's not a nigga. And if it's a nigga, it's different. He has to be very grounded. You'll be like, okay. But usually niggas don't do it. We just admire and be like, yo, that's cool. I like that, But we understand that the hair is an extension of our nervous system. Our nervous system is very important to keep clear because this is how they attack us, through the blood, nerve, and lymph. That's how they fuck us up, It says I'm a fruitarian too. I said, I'll cook every now and again. Okay. Yeah, cooking is cool anyway. So, it says, it's like, shit, it's whatever you want and need, whatever you can tolerate. As you grow, you're going to naturally start refining anyways. Refinement is an ongoing process. Refine is remove trash and filth, and the suffix of the word mint is ongoing. So you put it all together, refinement, RE, that comes out with the number one, and one is knowledge, and knowledge is the foundation. So you have to know what you need to remove out of your body or out of your mind that's toxic, that you could be able to thrive and have happiness and cultivate your happiness. And niggas knew how to do that, and so that's what the attack was on, your happiness. So getting back in tune with that. Happiness is knowledge and the wisdom. Knowledge is like having a female, knowing your female, having that love. Love is happiness. Cultivating love within yourself. That's an everyday thing. It's an everyday job. And for some, it's hard to do because it's easy for them to get mad and shit. To be like, man, fuck this shit. I don't like this and on that. Because you're dealing with, they're dealing with unfamiliar spirits. Just imagine a Caucasian, man. He's going to lands that his people ain't never been. They don't even die over there like that. In them lands. They're trying to set up heavens in them lands. Hence, they're going to witness to these people by trying to get them to convert to a certain religion. So when they do transition them people in the multitudes, they can further have them enslaved, slaves of mental death and power, and in spirit in their heavenly kingdom, their false heavenly kingdoms. But shit's starting to change up now, though, because everything's about to be the whole world of Starfleet. Like, niggas is going to further they're furthering their talents, what they have on Earth. Like, it's a Starfleet thing when the whole world's like, okay, this whole world is the creator. Like, it's foundated, motherfucker. Everybody thinks this, that, and this. Not just our land no more. It's going to be the whole thing. So first, the promised land is within yourself. That's where Israel's at first. You get it into the mind, you raise the light within, and then boom, you get to the crown chakra. This is what they're trying to get to, the crown chakra, the Israel, which is, when MOORS is trying to get to your mind and shit, your brain, to control it, G, and then they can take over your land and get you to go over to their land, and then they come over to your shit, and they're just taking advantage of your kindness for weakness. That's pretty much what it is, and it's deep. So that's hence they sending false prophets all the goddamn time, and they always been doing it, and they still got some on YouTubes and shit like that, and they out here, So, and they got some that they bribe some of the natural chosen ones who's speaking out and shit. But it's a divine thing, so it's unseen. It's not like everybody's clicked up like, yo, we're finna have this meeting, like we're in a room and we're having a cipher and stuff. What's up, y'all? Y'all good? You okay? All right, I ain't gonna talk too much longer, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hop up off of here. But yeah, Thuggy Dub was letting me know, Nicola, two of them together, knowledge and wisdom. You know what I mean? It's the culture day. It's the culture day. The culture is divine, yo, naturally, always. And no limit of time, Chi. So yeah, definitely rejoice. They always want to take your happiness away no matter what. That's just the thing. And you can't have just pleasure, anymore. It's all about that happiness and getting back online with the Most High. All right, I love y'all. And thanks for tuning in. Yo, shout out to One Man Tribe. Grayson, thank you for subscribing. You know what I'm saying? And I'll build with you the next one. Peace.